All right, I want you guys to go support Piston Mike. Y'all go to the subscribe button. He at 480 right now. Let's get him to 1,000, 100,000, 500,000, million subscribers as soon as possible, bid. Let's help him put it down. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. If you like the Pistons, you want to support me, think about sending me a donation. Best way you can help me right now is go subscribe over to Piston Mike and go help him get his numbers up, putting in work, hard work, smart work, dedicated work, consistent work. So make sure you go over there and appreciate that work. So remember, the name is Piston Mike, and I have a link in the description. If you have a problem finding it on YouTube, it'll be under source link or Piston Mike channel link in the description. Peace. All right, man. Let's talk about Jeff Okudah. Is he a bust, or does he still got some time, or in danger of being a bust? And do you guys believe that he still can achieve, greatness in the NFL? Now, obviously, he played a few games last season. He got hurt. He got hurt in the season opener versus the. He got hurt versus the San Francisco 49ers. I believe he was getting dusted in that game. And, you got some people that say, well, let's give him a chance. You always going to have a person that's going to still believe even in the 23rd and a half type of hour. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, the biggest miss on that draft was Justin Herbert. And that's, historically, the Lions have continued to miss those type of guys, right? I mean, they took a fullback over Jim Kelly and Dan Marino, okay, in that draft. And he was taken number 3 overall. Okay, in my mind, it was 5. And ahead of Tua Tagovailoa, who still, or Andrew Thomas, Tua Tagovailoa and Justin Herbert. And obviously they should have took Justin Herbert, all right? And that's a guy I really like coming out, like Tua too, but Herbert, I just don't understand. I understand why at this point because you know, Mayhew, I mean not Mayhew, Quentin Trisha was on the hot seat, Bob and Matt Patricia, and I understand why. It made a lot of sense for them. But a corner, like I said, a corner wasn't going to help you. Corners develop slow. You had a couple guys who had good rookie years, and Marshawn Lattimore of the Saints, and Marcus Peter, who when he played for the Kansas City Chiefs, those were anomalies. Reeves took, he took a couple years or a year to have a big impact. Deion was more of a return guy, but if you look back in that draft real quick, you say, well, I need help immediately, right? Like I said, man, maybe Isaiah Simmons, Derrick Brown, once Chase Young was off the board. I mean, those would be the guys. It wasn't that great a draft unless you was gonna reach for a CD Lamb type of guy. When you look at it so far, draft wasn't that great unless you're gonna reach for Justin Jefferson. This is why, analysts, if that's a word, analysts shouldn't even freaking matter. All right. They spotlight who they want you to spotlight. That's why guys like, they shame people for taking guys high. You know what I'm saying? It was questions about Joe Burrow, was he 1 year? That's their job to pick holes, and all the different years that people, they put Ryan Relief top 3 with number 2. It was a debate between him and Peyton Manning that came down to the wire, which Indianapolis was smart by taking Peyton. I mean, if you look through draft and do reviews, bro, make your own board up. All right. Make your own. There are rules to thumb when you get in the top 5, but damn, if you feel strongly about one of these cats, take them. Don't even matter, regardless of position, whatever, take them. If you feel that way, take them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about Malik Willis. Forget what they say. If you evaluate a talent, the thing I like to see, things I like to know when I'm looking at a prospect, especially a quarterback, I love to see what he do wrong. Right. And Okudah just simply didn't make sense. I knew he didn't make sense. I just never seen him stop nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, what does it make sense? How's a corner gonna help you achieve greatness? A rookie. You know what I'm saying? How? It came, man. You need instant impact type of play, but Okudah listed as dangerously close to being an NFL bust. Jeff Okudah missed the majority of the 2021 season after suffering an Achilles injury against the San Francisco 49ers. Detroit Lions, SI.com. Lions version. What is it called? All Lions. It says his rookie season did not go as planned, and then his 2021 season was suffered an Achilles injury against San Francisco 49ers in the season opener at Ford Field. 23-year-old defensive back expected to hit the offseason running, according to Dan Campbell. Quote, he's been up rehabbing, he's been working, and look, he's hungry. I mean, he's ready to go. Campbell told reporters at the end of the first season, quote, he's ready to take the next step into his rehab and physically ready to hit the offseason running. It's good. Look, it's one of those unfortunate things where injury has struck him again. In a recent Bleacher Report list of National Football League players who are dangerously close to being a bust, Okudah was included amongst the list of 8 players. As writer Alex Ballantine explained, quote, sometimes the most important ability is availability. If you look back at some of the all-time NFL draft bust injuries and inability to stay healthy are common. After playing 10 games throughout his first 2 seasons with the Detroit Lions, Jeff Okudah is flirting with bust status simply because he hasn't been on the field. The number 3 pick in the 2020 draft played 9 games as a rookie. He missed time with injuries to the hamstring, shoulders, and groin. Okay. What I say in danger, he is a bust in my mind. He was a bust after his first year. And nope, I was willing to give him time. Anytime you hear kind of people like kind of artificially trying to push him, you read some of the articles, Aaron Glenn say, we got burnt in preseason, stay off of them, all that, bro. If you ain't tough enough to take criticism, you ain't tough enough. You a bust. That's how I look at it, bro. And in 10 games, I seen enough. I don't need to see 16. I don't need to see him play a full 17. I don't need to see him in a playoff game. He trash. And it's just the way it is as a cornerback. And they probably best served putting him at safety. He can tackle, you know what I'm saying? If he could be a cover 2 corner like Rondé Barber, maybe. But as far as suffering an Achilles injury, hamstring, groin, and when he is healthy out there getting tore out the frame. And he struggled with a groin injury. Like I said in life, you don't get healthier throughout life. Not at least without some lifestyle change. But as an athlete, you don't get healthier in this game. You get banged up, you're gonna take more hits. This pick was atrocious. And I knew it. But what's the thing about it? The fans wanted Okudah. Oh, he's a shutdown corner. Oh, this is not Madden. A corner will not save your team. The Eagles lost all their starting corners and still won a championship, a Super Bowl. Come on. And you look at the draft, and it's a whole bunch of guys I don't know. Chase Young got injured, had a great rookie season, had a tremendous rookie season. And then this season he played 9 games, got injured, and only had 1.5 sacks in 9 games. He was looking real sophomore slumpish. Tua Tagovailoa still don't know what's going on. It seemed like he one of those guys where they babying like Jeff Okudah, where the former head coach said he was trash when he Watson, and they still believe in Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know. They keep picking on this dude. I don't know. And they still trying to just hold his hand. And Tua hand, they still trying to hold his damn hand. Point blank period. I'm pretty sure it's a nice amount of fans that seen enough of Tua Tagovailoa already. Always injured, same as him. 16 touchdowns, 10 picks. Only played 13 games last season. Started 12 out of 17 because of he got injured and came in. They had no quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Justin Herbert is, out of the first round. He's the star. He's the star. He's the star, bro. And you gotta check what he did. You look at a lot of these dudes, you don't even know the hell they had. Henderson already been traded. Tristan Wirfs is probably the best right there with Justin Herbert. Probably better. Javon Kinlaw, not even sure what he's doing. Somebody I like coming out. He only played 4 games last season. Yeah, he did get injured. He only played 4 games last season. Keep looking. It wasn't a great draft. CD Lamb had a rookie slump. Henry Ruggs, self-explanatory. AJ Terrell, not sure how he did his second year, had a good first year. Jalen Reagor, trash. So you just keep looking through these dudes, man. Ain't nobody really there. So like I said before, I think they can say this is a terrible draft so far. I got a guy like Justin Jefferson. I mean, Brandon Ayuk, he had a sophomore slump. I mean, you can just keep going on. Clyde Edwards a year had a sophomore, so I don't even know where Jeff Ganley at. Didn't he get in like some trouble or something? Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. Chase Claypool had a slump. Trayvon Diggs, he popped out, had a huge year. J.K. Dobbs, injured reserve. So, I mean, ain't the best year so far. Still pretty much. I don't know what happened with Grant Delpit. Loved him coming out. Antoine Winfield, solid. But like I said before, it's a lot of busts in here, man. A lot of guys having injury prone or shaky second season. Maybe Jeff Okudah can shake it off this year, and it'll help. If Jeff Okudah had a bounce back year, that means make a trade Amani Oruwariye and make him the number one guy, or maybe, but it has to be him. Really, to be honest, because it got to be him or Melifanu, because Bobby Price out. I mean, it got to be him or Melifanu, bro. Simple as that. Because they ain't paid Armani Oruwariye, and we don't even know their decision on paying Armani Oruwariye yet. Jesse Walker, they got a couple guys that need to be paid, and they can go into the last year. They can franchise tag Armani Oruwariye if they want. This should have been done. The Lions are just, I don't know, man. You take on Jerry Goff contract, it makes 0 sense. We all knew he wasn't no good except for Brad Holmes. So, like I said before, they do all that, man. You got to pay this man. Come on. Now you're going to tag him and pay him, or tag him and trade him. That's the bare minimum. You can't let him walk. You can't let him walk, bro. You can't let him in walk. You can't tag both of them. You can't let him and Walker walk. Pay the guys that want to be here, or you got to replace them. Then you can't replace. You can't just say, "Well, I'm gonna pay pay Walker. I'm gonna pay Marnie, and I'm gonna figure out the safety situation." The safety situation too important, bro. It's too important. You don't need home run signings right now for the Lions. Don't take care of Oruwariye. Take care of Tracy Walker. Right? Long as I don't mind paying Oruwariye. I don't mind paying him. I don't know. I know you don't want no Jalen Ramsey type money, but I don't mind paying him like top 5, middle of the pack, 5 to 10 money. But Walker, let's see if we get him under the deal, 8, 9 a year, few years. Add a Daxton Hill, add a safety late to go with him. Bring back Marlowe. I mean, I think Will Harris on the contract. I still wouldn't bring him back and see what happens. Sign your own, because really, if you look at this draft, like I said before, you gotta pay TJ Hockenson, or you really want to pass tight end that much money, and you don't historically use tight ends like that. So, like I say, you always take Hockenson, DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, trade them. Who not DeAndre Swift? We can't do it without DeAndre. Like most of the games we won have been without DeAndre Swift the last 2 years. That is a fact. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, they can take them guys and get more capital. Because paying TJ Hockenson all that money, you don't have a game plan to make him a special player. It's a ways you could turn him into a second, you could turn him into a first. There's a lot of things you can do with him. Swift, you get a third or second for him too. You know what I'm saying? It's ways to make money. I'd rather keep Walker and Armani at Oruwariye if you're not going to utilize and abuse TJ Hockenson. Y'all know how I feel about DeAndre Swift, and a lot of people don't like how I feel about Swift, but the proof's in the pudding. He been injured the first 2 years of his career. You know what I'm saying? And anytime you start to ramp, he's a glorified Scott back. He got to get paid in a couple years too. Got time for all of that. When I got that young Craig Reynolds running behind him, and I could count on Jefferson, I could turn around, take some of this capital, turn it into Kenneth Walker or to another back. Don't pay running backs. You trade them before. You trade these players way before the expiration date. And that's what y'all don't understand about football. Y'all the same fans that wanted this bum Jeff Okudah. I'm calling him a bust, but I'm willing to give him more time to solidify he a bust. But I do think a switch to safety, it might help. It might help. But you got to try him at corner and see what he can do. If you pay Armani Oruwariye, I think you have the luxury of playing him, easing him back in at safety, making him a situational safety. But it's different. Everybody think because you can play corner, you can play safety. If that's the matter, then why we don't have more cornerbacks that decline when they athleticism go at corner, switch to safety? Rondé Barber I don't remember him switching from cornerback to safety. Only reason Rob Woodson did it is because Barry Sanders turned him into a safety. If you don't know that story, you don't even need to be trying to question what I'm saying. So and why more cornerbacks don't do it then? It was a dumb pick to begin with. You don't take a corner that high unless he better be Dion. He better be Reeves. He better be Jalen Ramsey. He better be one of those guys. But yeah, I'm willing to give Jeff Okudah some more time. But position switch, if they don't get a long term deal from Armani Oruwariye, that means he gonna have to step up and be the number one corner or be number two, and then let Melifanu or once Bobby Price get back or AJ Park can go inside outside. So you want to keep that you would like to keep that versatility with him going inside outside. So I mean, it's a position of strength. You got Jerry Jacobs, but man, you really can't count on second year players making that next jump, as we've seen with a lot of guys this year. Sometimes the sophomore slump. So like I said, if they don't pay Armani Oruwariye, bro, they in the issue. Okudah got to step up 5. They're able to get him under contract. You probably be able to draft somebody in the draft, put the Okudah, Dean Marlowe back there and let him fix it. But it's not an easy transition to go to safety, bro. Everybody think it's like, oh, if you can play corner, you can play safety. Yeah, Okudah can tackle, but the difference is, if you don't have to. People say, well, you don't have to run with somebody off the line. Still, you got to be able not to get caught flat-footed in some situations. Your hips got to be fluid. You got to be able to play the deep half. It's a different position. It's gonna take some reps for him to really get used to that. So I don't know, man. They got some issues to handle, but I would say no splash free agents this year. I don't think you close enough. I don't think you had a quarterback for that. I think you continue to purge the roster of guys that you probably not gonna pay, and continue to get younger and fill those spaces in. But like I said, if you're not gonna go out there and Hawkinson not gonna get 10 targets a game, bro, trade him. DeAndre Swift not gonna get healthier. You have to trade them while they worth something instead of letting them wither away and you get nothing for them. Get rid of these guys and bring some younger guys in. But like I said, people gonna hate on that topic. If you got a game plan where you're gonna line Hawkinson up out wide in the slot, line him in the back, you're gonna find ways to give him 15 to 20, 15 to 10 to 15, between 10 to 15 touches and targets a game. Fine, pay him. But then we're not in the business of paying luxury positions. I don't need it. As far as the Lions play, I don't need a tight end to be Rob Gronkowski. Running backs a dime a dozen. I rotate them in. So, but yeah, about Jeff Okudah, I really want to call him a bust, but I say I'm gonna get time for him to continue to prove that he a bust. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. You got a live. Features notifications, we're gonna get live or video notifications. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You got business question, inquiry, response, video request. Want to make a financial donation? $ Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Trade Lines Talk playlist one time.